So the final of Roland Garros is here, and whatever happens on Sunday, we will have a new Grand Slam champion on the men's side. We've got Zverev playing in his 4th Grand Slam final, but he's taking on the gritty Italian Flavio Cobolli, who's in his 1st Slam final. Zverev's the big favourite, but Cobolli has already defeated him once on clay. Is this Zverev's moment? Or will Cobolli produce the shock of all shocks? Let's break it down. Oh, that's right. And if you haven't done so, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. We are in the final. No JG today, but he does have a good reason. He is at a wedding today. So I'll be taking you through the men's final preview, and it is Cobolli versus Sasha Zverev. This is huge because it is a new Grand Slam champion that will be crowned after this tournament is over. This match defines it, and we've got the Italian versus the German, and there's only one place to start. We're going to have to look at the semi-finals, and I'll do that in inverted commas because there was only one of them, and that was Sasha Zverev. Sasha Zverev, he went up against Jakub Mensik, and unfortunately for me, JG got it right. Zverev in 4. It was Zverev in 4. And I went Mensik in 5. Maybe I was asking a lot. He's played a lot of tennis this tournament and maybe underestimated Sasha Zverev, who seems to be playing a style of tennis right now I've not seen from him in quite some time. I think he realizes the moment. And by realizing the moment, he's playing some of the best tennis of his career in this tournament. He's not having such long matches like the other players, and he's managing just to get rallies over, I would say, quicker than he normally would. Used to embrace more of a grind, but so much more aggressive he was in this semi-final. I was really impressed by the way Sasha Zverev just attacked, even using his forehand, which sometimes isn't his shot of choice. He does love the backhand. The forehand looks very, very good. Super dangerous on the cross-court power, flat forehand, and created some good angles as well. His serve was looking great. It was the thing that gave him the control of the match, and I think that's the takeaway factor from a lot of Zverev matches. If his serve is good, you're really just looking towards maybe can I nick a set off him in a tiebreak, which is nearly impossible. He's got one of the best tiebreak records on tour. So you really just have to get under his skin somehow in the match. Jakub Mensik tried his best, but it wasn't really enough. And he got a set. And that was just because Zverev, I think, when it becomes a bit more chaotic a match, he tends to mentally go somewhere else and isn't able to keep resetting and playing his top tennis. Mensik had a bit of a physical issue as well. He received treatment for a strained neck, which is not something you hear too often. It might have reduced his serving and movement during the match as it progressed. But the biggest difference in the match was the ability that Zverev had to just stay solid. Like his match play throughout was, I'd say, impeccable. I thought in a rally, so hard to get out of there. One of the longest wingspans out of any player, and is able to keep the ball in play. And then was just being super aggressive when the moment presented itself. Wasn't rushing things. And that's just what you need in these big matches. It was a brilliant performance. He won through serving. Backhand was solid. His defense was great. And just in decisive points, we don't say that too often with Zverev. He was the one who I think was just mentally winning the battle against Jakub Mensik. So well done to Zverev. He's definitely answering a few questions in this tournament. about, is this moment going to be too much? He's the overwhelming favorite. Ever since Yannick Sinner went out of the tournament, the odds shortened on Sasha Zverev. I think he went down to about 2.5 or something, with good reason. This is a guy who's been now, this is going to be his 4th Grand Slam final. You don't get to Grand Slam finals unless you're a seriously good player. And I'm sure he doesn't want to go down with the statistic of potentially being the best player ever to never win a Grand Slam. I mean, it's nice to have your name in there. You would like to just go down as a player who won a Grand Slam. That's I'm sure he would prefer that. And this is his best opportunity. And I really worry, if he doesn't win this one, how this will mentally affect him. But yeah, we'll get onto that at the end as well, how we see the match going. I'll give my prediction at the end, because this one, it could be a tasty final. Sasha Zverev has claimed a 44th men's singles match win at Roland Garros, equaling David Ferrer for the most of any player in the Open era not to have won the event. So it's another one of these stats, like all these wins from a player who doesn't win it. And you got Monfils there with 40, Jimmy Connors, and Andy Murray as well. What a great list. I mean, I'm sure he would rather be off that list, to be honest. Great to be on there, loads of wins, but that's not what's going to go down really in history. And he's not going to look back and go, oh, that was great. I'm the best player who never won it. Yeah, great. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section about that. And in the other side of the draw, we were expecting an all-Italian semi-final. It was a blockbuster. All the Italian fans were excited. And then the worst possible news. Arnaldi pulls out of the match. And it was just due to sickness. He said, I had a fever too during the day. I can't move. I can't eat. I can't drink. There was no way I'd be able to play. I feel sorry for all the fans. And Cobolli says he almost started crying when Matteo told him that he wouldn't play. Yeah, pretty crazy. What a very, very odd scenario. Obviously, he played so much tennis. I mean, even if your body holds up and like your muscles are okay or your joints are all right, think of the toll this is taking on your immune system. So this is the other side of being a top tennis player. 20 hours of tennis over the course of a week and a half, it catches up with you, I think. And this is a statement he put out. He said, I woke up at 1 a.m. and started vomiting. I wasn't feeling the best. Then I tried to sleep. I couldn't sleep at all. At 6 and 7 a.m., I vomited again. This time, it was pretty bad. Throughout the day, I couldn't eat. Every time I ate or I drank something, I would go back to the bathroom. Tried to see if I could go on court, but every time I got up, I feel dizzy and I don't feel the best. I'm pretty sure if I eat again, I won't feel good. That was the right decision for me to take. Just devastating news, really, from somebody who gave us some of the biggest moments of Roland Garros this year. That match against Tiafoe, I think, goes down for me. I mean, it's one of the most dramatic ends to any match of the tournament. And to have this happen afterwards, super sad for Matteo Arnaldi. But he's shown what he's worth, and he's still a Slam semi-finalist. That still sticks on his record. So hopefully he can come back next year. Hopefully he doesn't have to play 20 hours. Maybe get the matches done a bit quicker, and your body will hold up a little bit better. But Flavio Cobolli didn't have to play. He will be fresh. That's the one thing that we can guarantee for Flavio. And Flavio is just the 4th Italian in the Open era to reach a men's singles final at a Grand Slam event, after Panatta, Sinner, and Berrettini. It's great. They're getting more and more names into Slam finals. Obviously, Yannick Sinner been to a fair few. So pretty nuts. I saw this tweet that was put out, and it was quite an interesting one. I wasn't even really aware what happens during the occasions where players obviously pull out, matches don't go ahead. But if this is true, this is pretty crazy. Arnaldi withdrawing from Roland Garros in the semi-finals due to illness. The loss to Roland Garros is an estimated $30 million. Here's the breakup. Average ticket price for the semi-final, $750. Tickets ranging between 400 to even 5,000 for suites. 15,000 tickets refunded. That equals 11.2 million loss. Add that to the money spent on store items, food, beverages, and a night session, about 1 million. So then that comes a major chunk with the ad revenue from the telecast audience and the local TV audience. Global audience is estimated at 15 million. It all comes to around 30 million. I mean, that is wild. Just, well, one sickness causes all of this craziness. It is insane. And I just, because we don't have anything to talk about really with the semi-final from Flavio Cobolli, I think the main thing that we can probably look at instead is his route through. So let's just bring that up on the screen. And you can see here in Hamburg, it just obviously just come off a defeat to Busa, the great Peruvian. And then he beat Pellegrino, straight sets. Wu, straight sets. Tien, straight sets, arguably the most impressive. Svaja was 4 sets. Then we had Felix Auger-Aliassime also in 4 sets. I mean, people looking at that might not think, oh, I mean, it's not the most difficult route. I mean, it's the only route he could have gone through, really, by the looks of it, because it wasn't able to pick who he played in the next match. And obviously, Arnaldi, just a walkover. Looking at that, though, you see straight sets, straight sets, straight sets. Only dropped 2 sets the entire tournament. And it's probably no surprise, really. If we look down at Zverev, straight sets, 4 sets, straight sets, 4 sets. So both of the players who pretty much got their matches done, didn't go to one 5-set match throughout the tournament, made the final. All of the players who went multiple 5-set matches, their body couldn't hold up, or their immune system couldn't hold up. And now the cream rises to the top, the fresher players. And now Cobolli's have been sort of blessed by not having to play again. And he'll be even fresher than Sasha Zverev now coming in. Will that matter, though? I mean, they've had enough time to recover. I'm sure Zverev, he's been the distance before, playing probably even longer on court. So I don't think he has to worry about that. But there could be a few factors to take in. And what could be the keys to victory for both of these players coming into the final? So I think we've got to look at that next. The keys to victory, this would be for Sasha Zverev. Let's go to him first. So I think he has to serve well. So if he keeps that first serve percentage very, very high, it's going to be really tough for Cobolli to get a break on the serve. And that's one of the key things that I think for Sasha Zverev right now. Just hold your serve. Sounds simple, doesn't it? Obviously, when you're in a Grand Slam final, it's not as easy as just written on paper. Nerves come, they play a factor. And it could be the telling factor here. Control the rallies with his backhand. That's one of the other things. We know his backhand is the most solid shot in his arsenal, probably after the serve, but it's the one that gives him the most stability around the court. Attack Cobolli's second serve. I think Zverev's aggression in the final is going to be another playing factor. He's been to these matches before. He hasn't turned up. So he has to change his mindset from the way he's played in previous finals. Don't be passive. Continue with the aggression and believe that you can, like, hit winners. because I feel that he just tries to keep the ball in play and then he gets finished in a lot of these finals. You can't afford to do it again. Been there, done it, change it. Stay aggressive and stay calm. Easier said than done. Stay calm. Stay calm, Zverev. Come on, it's just potentially your best chance to win a slam. Just stay calm. Yeah. And looking over to Cobolli, he's going to have to hope that there's going to be a few second serve opportunities. If there is, just be super aggressive. I think he's got to go after that second serve. He has to play aggressive. He has to make this a chaotic match. Use forehand angles. I mean, Cobolli's forehand is definitely his best shot, definitely how he's got to the final, because it is the dominant force. It's so much power in that forehand, which is causing his opponents problems. He needs to get inside the baseline, throw in a few drop shots. Don't let Zverev guess exactly what's going to be happening in the rally. If he settles into a rhythm, yeah, it's going to be a long day, or maybe even a short day for Flavio Cobolli, but it's not going to be his day if he just allows everything just to be long, drawn-out rallies. Zverev just so comfortable in those ones. And I think he needs to get going quickly. He cannot afford one of his sluggish starts in this match, Flavio Cobolli. He has been like that in the past. Not so much this tournament. This tournament, he's really improved in the first sets. So I think we need that again from Flavio if he's going to make this final competitive. And he needs to not let the nerves get to him. Get the crowd involved. That's the one thing which is going to unsettle Sasha Zverev more than anything. If the crowd are involved and it becomes a bit chaotic, a bit messy, then Zverev is going to start missing his serves. He's going to maybe start getting in his own head, thinking, oh no, it's all slipping away. That will play into Flavio Cobolli's hands, and that could be the telling factor. Maybe something else could be a telling factor as well. There's one stat which jumps off the page. Zverev's last 6 losses, all to Italians, albeit 4 of them to Yannick Sinner, but one to Flavio Cobolli and another to Luciano Darderi. And now he faces another Italian in a final. Obviously, when he played Yannick Sinner in the Australian Open final last year, that didn't go his way. The head-to-head between these two players, it's a 3-1 lead for Sasha Zverev. And you see, the last time they played was in Madrid in the quarterfinals. Faster conditions. Zverev far superior, I think, in those conditions as well. 6-1, 6-4, nice and clean, easy win for Zverev. But then they played in Zverev's backyard in Munich in the semi-final. Flavio Cobolli beat him in straight sets. Could that be a telling factor in this matchup? I mean, that was only earlier this year as well. Last year, Zverev won in Halle, and they did actually play last year in the 3rd round at Roland Garros. But how much has Cobolli come on since then? A year's a long time in a young tennis player's career. And you see Sasha Zverev, he's been to so many slams. This is his record at the moment. And you can see his 4th one. He was in the semi-finals of the Australian Open. Last year, quarterfinals of Roland Garros, been to the final in 2024. Multiple semi-finals before that. He's got so much experience at the event. But there's no slam winner. There's no green on here. But if you look at Flavio Cobolli, it's completely different. There's a few first-round exits. Obviously, he's a lot younger in his career. He's had a quarterfinal at Wimbledon last year, lost to Novak Djokovic. No disrespect there. I think that's a tough match. Still took a set. French Open last year, obviously. He's getting better each year. First round, second round, third round. Now the final. Pretty big. Does he have what it takes, though, to take on someone with such a catalogue of experience like Sasha Zverev? This is the big question. So I'm going to have to come to a prediction. Here we go. Drum roll. Here we go. So, how do we see this final playing out? It's going to be, it's really tough to pick because this match is won and lost, I feel, in the mind more than any other part. And it is probably on Sasha Zverev's racket. That's how I see this one. He should win the match. He's got the bigger serve, more reliable backhand, more Grand Slam experience, and defensively fantastic and difficult to break down in a 5-set match, especially. Cobolli has movement, he's got aggression, and he's got belief in himself. That's probably one of his biggest elements that he can bring to this. He knows how to disrupt Zverev on clay. He showed that in Germany. The opening set is pivotal in this. But if Zverev serves well and starts well, I think we could see him take control of this final. And I think he could win this in 4 sets. So I'm going to go with my prediction. I'll go Sasha Zverev to win his first ever Grand Slam in 4 sets. But, well, Flavio Cobolli, what a tournament he's had. I think hats off to him. Absolutely fantastic. I put him in my top 10 for a reason come the start of the year. And I'm hoping we get to see even more slam performances from him this year of this high quality. But that's just my prediction. I'm going for Zverev in 4. He wins his first slam title. Do you agree? Tell me in that comment section below. And if you don't, I want to hear from you too. But that's it. The final. Let's wait and see what happens. And we'll be back to bring our reaction to it. Good luck to both the players. And we'll see you on the next one.